Hey guys, welcome back for more Featherbent. We are on Arc 1, Chapter 3. So yeah, so far I've really enjoyed this. I'm really liking how this is going. So yeah, let's begin. Choose your character. Dave or Carcat? We're gonna go Dave.
The clock ticks down. Sweep celebrations begin in 2 weeks.
Dave Strider leans away from his soundboard, knitting his fingers together and stretching his arms above him. His headphones slip and hook around the back of his neck, a steady beat still pulsing through the speakers. He'd been hard at work for the past few hours. He breaks to stare at the ceiling before getting up to shake the pins and needles from his wings. He forgets his headphones are still plugged in and ends up choking himself. What a genius.
Ow! Okay, but for real, that is the 4th time this week.
Get good. We will examine the white basket.
Aw hell, it's my dead things collection. I got a pretty standard grocery list of paleontological findings: trilobite, burn imprints, mummified hand, bulge into final, vengeful fist at time of death. Man, when was the last time I even went digging for fossils anyway? Am I even still into this shit? Pickings ain't exactly great up here. Can't dig a lot of fossils out of tree bark. Most of it's unlucky bugs caught in amber. Stupid bug. How lazy does a motherfucker have to be to get caught up in tree sap? I can totally see that tidal wave slowly threatening to encapsulate my body. But this spot is just way too comfortable to move from. God damn. Wait. Is this a slab of petrified wood with a pareidolik image of Spock's face on it? Okay, that's pretty dope.
Oh my god. Alright. So, yeah. He apparently still collects dead things.
17, 18, 19. That's exactly one more than circuits. I told her my collection was better, even if most of them are bros. Come to think of it, I've never handled any of Bro's swords. He has this kind of sixth sense that activates whenever someone lays a finger on his stuff. Maybe if he feels it, he'll come bursting through the front door. Shit, maybe he'll be holding cigarettes.
Do it.
Worth a shot.
Nope, nothing.
Cannot get over how much stuff Harley's made for me. She's here at least once a week dumping gadgets on my doorstep that does shit with sounds I ain't never heard before. I should probably figure out how to thank her properly one of these days. At least she likes my jams, I guess. Doesn't like my beatboxing, though. Note to self, work on that.
Smart kid.
Hell yes. The monthly pile of neighborly disdain. Where would I be without you? You toss some experimental beats through the gramophone horn at 1 or 2 or 4 in the morning, and suddenly every hunter in the strata wants to burn your damn tree down. Let's see who wants to kill me this time around. Burgundy wing, bagpipe kind, teal wing, ooh, flamethrower kind, indigo wing, blanket kind. What the fuck? Come on, Pyrope, these aren't challenges. This is moderately amusing entertainment. This is cheap pay-per-view. This is a peanut gallery. Quick, no one invite John.
Jeez.
Is it really that hard to pick a half-decent fight? Shit, I should play my music even louder tonight. It's morning. Hell, when did that happen? Man, I got things I gotta do today. Now, where to first?
Go to Rose's nest. We haven't seen Rose yet. Rose Lalonde resides further out than the others. Her home rests near the coast on the edge of strata jurisdiction. The scent of the sea thickens the air. Gentle waters ebb against the shoreline, drawing dark outlines of waveforms in the sand. It's difficult to tell whether the time-worn instrument was built in place or had one day washed ashore from somewhere distant. And that was just the way she liked it.
Alright, I've secured 6 pounds of birch bark, a satchel of hermit crab shells, and 2 pots of radioactive green ink.
All we're missing now is 3 gallons of grease and a mutually compromising position.
Shit, again? I'm still sore from last time.
I'm assuming your subsequent medical leave explains why it took you 2 weeks to gather such a standard list of weaving supplies.
It's been 2 weeks? Hadn't noticed. Time sure flies when you're hopping around with a battle sword, flaying bark from a bunch of unsuspecting trees.
You bring this upon yourself, you know. You wouldn't have to compensate for lost merchandise if you stopped giving them away. Need I remind you, we are running a business, not a charity.
Lalon, we are running a fucking basket smuggling ring.
We aren't smuggling. Our trade is completely legitimate. Thank you for the supplies, by the way. Will that be all?
Oh man,
Yo, have you read my paper yet?
dialogue
You
isn't
mean the
unlocked.
5-page handwritten editorial tacked to the town bulletin board regarding the poorly hidden undertones of latent bestiality in classical equine literature?
What?
In which case, I definitely have not.
Of course.
This recent issue seems more passionate than the others. Can I safely assume your next musical project will be lyrically focused on dismantling preconceived notions of our hooved quadrupedal friends?
What?
I'm asking if you're going to rap about this.
What? No.
Unstraddled back, lean and bare, mane of majestic darkened hair.
Holy shit.
Ride hard into the shadows deep, whilst echoed clubbing haunts your sleep.
Stop.
Flank tells stories of happiness and not. Eye from behind and watch for the plot.
Oh my fucking
I
god.
fucking love these two. Holy
At
shit.
least, I don't spend my time chasing after beasts that don't exist. You know your shit's rubbed off on Jade, right? She went from lab-dwelling, scientific entrepreneur to freaky technological wild child. Tarzan punk, cybernaturalist, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Just because the beasts aren't easily seen, that doesn't mean they don't exist. But I have the feeling you already know that.
What did she tell you?
All about what happened last sweep with you two. When you ran off, she naturally came to me for answers. I lent her my advice.
What we heard that night should be left alone.
And that is your choice. What she's doing now is hers.
Oh snap. Okay.
See you later, Lalon.
Have a good
So,
day,
am I supposed to come back then, or? Guess we'll go to Vriska's. She sits and waits through hours of uninterrupted silence. Propping her chin up with the back of her hand, Vriska sits by her window, bobbing her knee as she gazes at the clouds. Tension makes her every movement taut, from her grit teeth to her tightened fist to her sneer-wrinkled nose. A brush of wind across the nearby branches struggles to make a sound. She can barely hear herself breathe.
Now, if I knock, will you remember our conversation from last time?
Vriska falls out of her chair.
Ow!
I warned you about chairs, bro.
Fuck off! Where were you? It's been 2 weeks. Have you forgotten what we agreed to?
Oh, ye of little faith. Don't worry, I got it covered. Memory sharper than cheddar. How scatterbrained would I have to be to let slip from my mind the terms of our most righteous agreement?
All right, so what did John say?
What did John say about what?
Oh, for the love of... Get your ass out there and ask John if he's still coming to the party.
Vriska grabs Dave by the shoulders and shoves him out of her nest. Alright. I guess we'll go to John's and then maybe go back to Rose's? John is humming quietly to himself when Dave arrives.
Dave! Isn't the afternoon just beautiful today?
What?
The weather, it's gorgeous. I think I might go out for a fly later, just for the hell of it. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't fly. Isn't it great how we can fly, Dave?
You've been spending too much time around Carcat, kiddo.
Are you high?
On life.
Man, what the hell did I tell you about eating the mushrooms? Do we need a repeat of what happened last time?
I haven't eaten any mushrooms, and haven't even broken any bones. What's up?
What?
So who exactly shoved a ray of sunshine up your ass this morning?
Do I have to have something shoved up my ass to be happy?
Depends on what you're into. But for real, what aren't you telling me?
Oh my gosh.
Better question. Have you ever wondered if we're tiny? Or if everything else is just really, really big?
That isn't a better question at all. That is a question which questions a thing that ain't ought to be questioned.
I don't know, man. I've been talking to people lately, and it feels like the more I learn about the Strata, the less I actually know about it. Have you ever felt that way about some of the stuff that goes on here?
Some things, sure. Particularly how and why Harley's got a monopoly on all technology in this place. Like, where does she get her electrical equipment? We live in a fucking forest. But see, the last time I asked a question, I got an answer I would have been happier not knowing. They say ignorance is bliss, but it's more like ignorance helps you sleep at night.
All this cryptic bullshit is starting to get on my nerves. Does everyone around me know something I don't?
They know to live on the fucking canopy and not wherever the hell you're at.
The majority of people don't know what you don't know. You're just cursed with a very well-informed group of friends. Trust me on this one, man. Once you know something, you can't unknow it.
I think the word you're looking for is forget.
Congratulations, Egbert! You've discovered the secret word of the day. In the spirit of this momentous occasion, let's forget that this conversation ever happened.
Oh my god.
Whatever.
Yo, can I be frank for a minute here?
Sure.
Alright, cool. I don't wanna be left alone with Circuit. During the sweep, me plus Circuit plus celebration wine would not be the best combination.
Afraid you guys will kill each other?
Yeah, sure. That's exactly what I'm afraid of. So, are you coming or not?
I want to, but I'm not sure if I'm still welcome. Things have gotten complicated. I made this new friend, see, and Vriska doesn't trust him at all, but he isn't being hosted for the sweep, and I'd feel bad leaving him alone for the holiday.
Aww.
It's something I have to think about. I can't decide either way right now.
If you come to Vriska's, I'll give you a guest editorial in my paper.
Why would anyone want that?
I don't know, Egbert. Why would anyone
Why is
want
his
a
name Frank?
once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to share their good taste and
When did
well-informed
this
opinions with
happen?
the rest of the world?
You write essays about how shitty everything is and nail them to the town center community boards.
2 guest editorials. Final offer.
Oh, okay, I get why he's Frank now. Oh my god.
Can I talk about how lame your paper is?
Wow, guys. Wow.
Absolutely. Be warned that due to my editorial responsibilities, anything you say against the paper can, and will, be replaced with something you've admitted to me while you were drunk.
As if. I still need time to decide about Vriska, though. Just let me sit on this for a while.
Sit on it as long as you like. Coddle the notion, like you're incubating a newly birthed idea, nestled betwixt your warm, pale, contemplative butt cheeks.
I hate both Dave and
You can
John
stop being
and...
frank now.
Fine. Well, I gotta bounce.
See you later.
I guess go back to Vriska's.
Welcome back, Strider. Is he coming or not?
Haven't found out yet. I got sidetracked thinking about the next issue of my periodical.
You know, I used to think that rag was a bunch of self-referential, mindlessly rambling, masturbatory bullshit. But after you dropped the act and started talking about how horrible everything is, it actually started growing on me. It takes guts to publicly lambaste things that piss you off. No wonder you get issued so many challenges. I'm kinda jealous.
Don't be. Most of my challenges are pretty infantile.
Must be because I'm hogging all the good ones.
Didn't your mom ever teach you how to share?
Nah, the only thing she taught me was to go for the throat. Funny, considering how she almost got killed.
Yeah, my bro was kind of a hard ass too. Wasn't a big advocate of sharing. Either you earned your keep, or you got squat. Once I got old enough, I had to start hunting for my own food, fighting half of our nest's challenges.
Acquiring weapons, stealing stuff, making infamy. All for yourself. hand, how are we expected to live up to our guardian's examples anyway?
Who knows?
Hell if I know. Bro's awesomeness was unique. One of a kind. There's no way I could be him. So, I'm not even gonna try.
Good plan. Be your own dude, Dave.
What I can try is to be someone he's proud of. Someone he can look back on and say, damn right, that's my little bro. That's who I want to be.
Man, that's really mushy, Strider. Do you think your bro would be proud of the big sentimental sap you've become?
Look,
I
that
love
asshole
it.
cried for a week after finishing Black Beauty, alright? He cannot say shit about me.
Nice.
Haven't exactly gotten a straight answer out of him yet, but I do have something for you.
Huh? What's this?
Token. I thought I should be generous and give you something useful to tide you over until you actually buy a CD player.
It's a whetstone. Strider, I have a sword collection I use on a regular basis. I own about 8 of these.
And I own 14. That's not the point. The grit's specifically for bigger blades. Remember our conversation a couple weeks ago? How sometimes when shit gets really bad, you need to take matters into your own hands and be the hero? Well, I thought that blue sword in the center of your wall was looking a little lonely. So I got you one of these, for the next time you need to be the hero.
His token's worth a lot more than your last one, at least.
Ouch, right in the pride.
Wow.
I'm out.
Later.
Jeez. Okay, so am I going back to Rose then?
If we aren't running a smuggling ring, why is it that you only create shit outside of Strata territory?
My location has absolutely nothing to do with baskets. I simply find it easier to concentrate out here,
Far from society?
closer to home.
Home? Lalonde, that is the ocean. Do you still have that fetish for zoologically dubious sea creatures? Is this something we're gonna have to dedicate some time to? Speaking of completely whacked up fascinations with eldritch abominations of the deep, you've really gotta stop lending your observation notes to John. You're making Egbert start to crack.
How so?
I don't know, he's been acting weird lately. It's kind of freaking me out. All I'm saying is, if I find him in the middle of the night, naked, with a vacuum and a headlight, looking for paranormal shit, I'm blaming you.
Would he really do that though?
He hasn't attempted to locate anything of a paranormal nature since he was 13. Ensuring we were safe on the ghost-busting front was the main reason I began lending him my field notes in the first place, to serve as a sort of vice for his exploratory fantasies.
And then he gave you your first weaving kit. I've heard this story before.
I don't see anything strange about his behavior at all.
Yeah, but your definition of strange and my definition of strange have this nasty little habit of being polar goddamn opposites. He's acting weird with a capital what the fuck. He's psychotically cheerful, he's gifting out high-end baskets to quote-unquote a friend, he runs off without a word 3 times a week in the middle of the night. Oh my god.
I trust you just realized something?
The real question is, why didn't I realize it before? Muse, I'm stupid.
Your being stupid has nothing to do with it.
Ha ha, very funny.
Jesus, Rose.
See you later, Lalonde.
Have a good day, Strider.
Alright, so I think we're going back to John's? John is humming quietly to himself.
Hey, Dave, what brings you back?
Politely ask about the person you
So
see.
this friend of yours, he come with benefits?
That is, I mean, I guess that's polite.
What?
What I'm asking is, do you or do you not vulcanize meat rockets? Like, do you retrofit the pudding hatch?
What?
He's asking if you bang.
Do you guys clam dive, dual wield, cross scissors, smoke sausages, think with portals,
The thing with portals on.
churn each other's butter, tightly pack your suitcases, put round pegs in slightly smaller round holes, put your mouths straight onto each other's white chocolate fountains, figure out what the extra settings on the shower head are for, pretend to be hand puppets? Please feel free to add more.
No!
Do you want to?
I am not going to dignify that question with a response.
So the answer is yes.
Alright, it's cool if you don't feel like sharing. Personally, I don't care if you putt from the rough. You're my friend, and I love you.
Putt from the... You're making like half of these euphemisms up. That isn't even the reason I'm stuck deciding between him and Vriska.
Why don't you just, I don't know, bring him along to Vriska's thing? Best case scenario, you introduce him to Circuit and smooth things out. Worst case scenario? Well, I'll be drunk for worst case scenario, so I don't really give a shit.
He knows how to do things.
Unfortunately, there's a bunch of reasons why that wouldn't work.
Man, here I was getting all excited over some pre-dinner entertainment. Look, I can't make up your mind for you, but between you and me, what I can do is tell you Circuit's the one who wanted me to come down here and ask if you're still down to party.
She was?
Mm-hmm. Man, you should have seen her. Sitting by the windowsill, taking a bunch of these heavy, wistful sighs, staring wide-eyed and forlorn out the window, waiting for her prince to come.
Gosh, I sure hope Egbert decides to bless us with his sharp wit, unmatched intelligence, and impeccable fashion sense. The sweep wouldn't be the same without him.
Okay, that's complete bullshit.
Of course she said that. I definitely have all of those things. After the fight we had, I didn't think she'd want me around, but you know what? I made Vriska a promise, and I'm going to keep it. Tell her I'll be there.
Will do.
Awesome.
Well, I gotta bounce.
See you later.
Time to go back to Vriska's and let him know that he's coming.
Welcome back, Strider. Is he coming or not?
You can stop getting your poofy pirate pants in a twist. John'll be here.
Relief washes over Vriska's face.
Good,
She closes her eyes and rubs a hand over her temple, sighing softly.
good. I guess this is the part where I'm supposed to thank you for all your help, huh?
I'm waiting.
You're gonna be there a while.
Oh, damn.
That's cool. Being able to party with Circuit and Egbert all sweep long is thanks enough.
Why am I stuck with you instead of your regular host anyway?
Harley and I decided against sticking together for the sweep this year.
She dumped you?
Can you not?
She did.
Last time she hosted, some shit went down and we discovered something about the sweep we probably shouldn't know anything about.
Oh.
This year, she wanted to investigate it, while I'd rather spend the time pretending I know jack shit.
This is about the migration, isn't it?
Kinda. Harley wants to know what exactly is doing the migrating. Figure out what kind of creature it is and study it or something.
They're nothing special, just your average run-of-the-mill predators. Snakes, wolves, bears. Heck, I could have told you that. Sure, it's shitty people are sentenced to be killed down there, but I don't know what she hopes to gain by listening in on the slaughter.
Don't ask me. I'm not the mad scientist loaded to the primaries with advanced listening gear. Only reason she got me listening in the first place was because she said no animal on record follows the migration patterns outlined by the sweep. So,
Possible. One of them has to.
Dave shrugs with nonchalance. Vriska notices he's stopped making eye contact.
Strider, what's down there?
I should probably get going. I'll see you on the sweep circuit.
All right. Just don't forget to bring your wine.
Wouldn't dream.
Man. So there is some weird shit going on down there.
What do you know about the sweep?
I know that it's a seasonal celebration held by members of the Understory, the Canopy, and the Emergent. I know it's tradition to stay indoors for the entire day with your host, your feast, your wine, and your tokens. And I know the festival itself plays cover to the systematic elimination of all living beings condemned to the forest floor.
Oh shit.
You know this as well.
Yeah, I do. That's only half of what's bothering me. Anyone who does know about the sweep thinks it's the fault of some predators migrating across the floor. The people are sentenced down there as fodder. Jade told me, and I quote, "There is no living animal whose migratory patterns match that specific day of the season and that specific amount of time. Whatever it is hunting people on the floor, it sure as hell ain't wildlife."
Are you saying they're monsters, Dave? Let's not spend time chasing after beasts that don't exist.
I'm not letting Harley investigate this shit on her own. She's gonna get herself killed.
She's much more competent than you give her credit for, Strider. Besides, neither of us know her exact position in the strata. It would be unwise to track her down so close to showtime. Something tells me trying to find her will put you in more danger than you are capable of saving her from.
Rose's gaze drifts. She absently straightens a nearby basket.
There's a sedative in the wine.
What?
In the wine our generous ruling government gifts us every sweep. There's a sedative in it. I've come to the conclusion this makes the mandate of stay indoors much easier to police later in the day, which I can only assume is when the screams are the loudest.
Man, you know, this is actually turning into a really interesting conspiracy theory.
Damn. How can you be so calm talking about all of this?
It's something that's happened right under our noses, every year, for as long as we can remember. There's not much we can do about it, except collect the information we can without exposing our intentions and landing ourselves on the forest floor with the rest of the condemned.
So our hands are completely tied.
Until we know the proper nature of the beast, yes. This is also why I need your help delivering baskets.
What the hell does our smuggling ring have to do with anything?
Rose picks up a nearby newly finished basket. With a small pop, she removes the flat sheet of wood at the bottom of the basket, revealing a small letter written in glyphs Dave could neither recognize nor attempt to decipher.
I've been maintaining correspondence with a handful of rather influential individuals.
Ooh.
When were you planning on letting me in on all this?
As soon as it became relevant, as it just did.
So she is running a smuggling thing. Rose wedges the sheet of wood back in place.
Slowly but surely, we'll get to the bottom of this.
That was a terrible pun.
This mystery is turning us into real basket cases.
That was an even worse pun.
Indeed, we've stumbled upon a very intricate weave of lies.
I hate both of you.
The victory of unraveling them will belong to whoever is quicker.
I hate. That was so bad.
Now that I hate myself, I'm gonna head home. It's been a long day.
Good choice. Dave ensures he's far enough out of Rose's line of sight before landing on a lone branch, holding himself up against bark with one hand and rubbing the bridge of his nose with the other. He sits in the crook where the branch and tree trunk align. His shades shift, and from beneath his lenses he's given an untinted view of the jungle far below, a thick tangle of wood and leaves that builds the ceiling to a lower layer. Beneath the ceiling is the understory. Beneath the understory, a mass grave. Worried thoughts drag along the inside of his mind, continuous and heavy, cranking and clicking like rusted cogs in a machine with no purpose. The air carries a quiet ambience. Ambiance? I don't know. But the silent brings him no comfort. To be continued. Alright. Well, that was Dave's part of this. So basically what we're learning is the sweep is a huge, like, government cover-up, I think? Which is really interesting. So yeah. Next time we will see what Carcat has to say about all of this, I guess. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.